Soldiers, we have been ordered to provide hope.
Forward march!
I realize the magnitude of this situation. But this is our mission.
Hi, Jamaal Finkley, BlackTree TV, reporting for duty.
Hello. Hey, love it.
At ease, soldier. At ease.
I gotta be honest. When I started watching this film, much like Captain Charity Adams, I kind of doubted the mission. I was like, we have like all these great women, and they're here like serving, and they're just gonna serve as male, and it felt like a downer to me. And then the message it came through to see how important it is. It's like when people say like there's no small part. Mm-hmm. I've seen how great it was. It was so revealing to go through that process with the film and feel that. So I just wanted to say that first off.
I love that you said that. That makes me so emotional because it really was their journey.
Yeah.
This was their journey. They were like, the male, that's all you think we're good for? But you have to remember, Tyler always says, you know, they didn't have access to telephones out there. There's no WhatsApp, there's no texting, there's no cell phones, there's no FaceTiming your loved ones. Like, the mail was everything. It was connection, it was community, it was how you belonged to the people that you loved most. So imagine, like, sending your son off to war and you don't hear from him for 3 years? Yeah. I mean, we freak out when somebody doesn't text us back in 10 minutes.
Yes,
I'm
think
like,
about
what
that.
is this? I mean, so it's really, it's so powerful to hear you embody their journey in that way.
This male has been sitting here for over 10 months. And not just in this airplane hangar, in all of them. Every single hangar is full of mail. The soldiers who are fighting this war have not heard from their loved ones. And their loved ones have not heard from them. Now, the War Department is getting thousands of complaints, and the morale of our soldiers is at an all-time low. And if our soldiers have low morale, they have no fight. Ladies, we have been ordered to provide hope and communication and care packages to our exhausted soldiers on the front lines, and to let their families back home know if they are safe, or if they have died in battle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Ebony, I have to ask you, because I mean, I can't believe that Lena Derriecott Bell King lived to be like 100, almost 101. And I'm sure like when the start of this process, this production, she was here, like, and I know that you have a degree in journalism, but if you could ask her a question that you didn't get to ask her today, like, what would you want to ask her?
Well, you know, I don't have a degree in journalism because I dropped out and went to study acting. But thank you so much.
But she studied journalism.
But I did study journalism, so thank you for that.
Credits.
I do. I appreciate that. I wouldn't ask her a question because I did have the opportunity to meet her on her 100th birthday and spend the day with her and her family and her friends who were 20 to 30 years younger than her, by the way. So that was such a beautiful time that I cherished so much. What I would do is thank her for what she's given me without even knowing, just by her presence and her sense of gratitude, having lived through all of the eras that she's lived through, not just the war, but Jim Crow. I mean, so many different obstacles that she just had to not only survive, but thrive. She outlived both husbands. She outlived her children. She's a woman who has lived beyond what most of us will ever experience. So I would just thank her. I would thank her so deeply. I thank her in my prayers now, but I would thank her again. And that was something that I do wish that I had the chance to do. But this film is that for me. This film really is that.
I'm told that a few have tried to unravel this situation, but they could not do it. So they sent us But make no mistake, ladies. They did not send us because they thought we could do it. We are here because they are sure we cannot. They have only given us a 6-month ticking clock, and I thought that was a long time until I realized the magnitude of this situation. When there is no mail, there is low morale. But all that said, this is our mission, and we will not fail.
All right, so in that same vein, Ms. Washington, I know that you studied sociology and anthropology, and you've done so many great projects and portrayed so many characters. I wonder, does those studies play any way into you developing characters? When you look back, do you see any roots of your educational training there and what you do now on stage?
Yeah, it's so connected to me because I studied social sciences in college really because I have a curiosity about who people are, how they become who they are, and then how they perform their identity in their everyday lives. And so that's what I do in my work as an actor. And the way I dive into research really reminds me, every time I start a new character, I feel like I'm back in college because I love the research part. I read her memoir twice. I went through old videotapes, archives, footage of her, finding pictures that had never been seen before, talking to people who knew her. I really try to dive into the world of the character that I'm playing because I feel like all of that helps you have more of a window to be able to make choices that are born out of who they truly are at their core and the details of the world that they're living in. So I think in a lot of ways as an actor, I work like a social scientist, kind of like an anthropologist who's trying to go native and have nobody know that I'm not in the tribe. That's kind of how I approach the work.
Well, it was great seeing you two on screen together. I hope Spencer Street would do something with Ebony and you again in the future, because I think y'all was a great pair.
I would love
Thank
that.
you.
That
I
would
would
be
love that
so
too.
fun.
Oh my goodness.
Whew.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Soldiers, we have been ordered to provide hope.
Forward march!
I realize the magnitude of this situation. But this is our mission. And we will not fail.
I need that BlackTree TV. I need that BlackTree TV. I need that BlackTree TV. BlackTree TV.